So yesterday we looked at different types of angles. Today we're going to look at special pairs of angles. So the first type of angle we have are complementary angles. So complementary angles have a sum of 90 degrees. So when you add them together, they have to equal 90 degrees. And supplementary angles have a sum of 180 degrees. A quick way to remember that is C comes before S in the alphabet and 90 comes before 180. Next, we have a linear pair. So a linear pair are two angles that form a line and are adjacent. So if I draw a picture here, these two opposite rays form a line, and then they also share this ray here in the middle, but they don't overlap. So those two angles, angle 1 and angle 2, would be considered a linear pair. Vertical angles, so those are opposite angles made by intersecting lines. So if we have intersecting lines here, pair of vertical angles would be 1 and 2, and then also pair 3 and 4. So they're opposite from each other. Then we have adjacent. So again, adjacent have a common vertex and a ray, and they do not overlap. So again, they don't necessarily have to be a linear pair. They just have to share a ray here in the middle. So this is angle 1 and angle 2 would be adjacent to each other because they have this common endpoint and they share this ray here. And then the linear pair property, that just says that angles that form a linear pair are supplementary. So we know that a line, we went over, equals 180 degrees. So if two angles form a line, then they will have a sum of 180 degrees. So using that information, we're going to look at a few examples. Our first example says that angle 1 is the complement of angle 2, which is the supplement of angle 3. So if measure of angle 1 is 15 degrees, then find the measure of angle 3. So the first thing we're going to do is look at that first statement. It says angle 1 is the complement of angle 2. We just went over that complement means sum of 90. So that means that we have angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 90 degrees. Then we have that 2 is the supplement of angle 3. So supplement means adds to be 180 degrees. So we're going to have angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180 degrees. Then it tells us that angle 1 is 15 degrees. So we have an angle 1 right here, so we're going to plug that in. So we're going to do 15 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 90. And then we're going to solve for angle 2. So when we subtract 15 from both sides, we get that the measure of angle 2 is 75 degrees. Then from there, we're going to take angle 2 and we're going to plug that in the second equation. So we're going to take that 75 plus the measure of angle 3 equals 180. So if we subtract 75 from both sides, we get that the measure of angle 3 equals 105 degrees. Our next example, find x if the measure of angle ABD, and then find the measure of angle DBC. So if we look here, we have a linear pair. So we're going to use the linear pair postulate that says they are supplementary. The two angles are supplementary. So that means they equal 180 degrees. So we're going to add them together and set them equal to 180 degrees. So our equation is going to look like 3x plus 2 plus x plus 18 equals 180. So we're first going to find x, and then we'll take that and plug that back in to find angle ABD and angle DBC. So combining my terms, 3x plus 1x is 4x, and 18 plus 2 is 20, equals 180. Subtracting 20 on both sides, we get 4x equals 160. So we get that x will equal 40. So again, we're not done there. We want to find ABD. So we're going to do 3 times 40 plus 2. And that's going to give us 122 for angle ABD. And then for angle DBC, we can do it two ways. We could do 180 minus 122, or it's just x plus 18, so we can do 40 plus 18, which gives us 58 degrees. And again, that is for angle DBC. All right, our next example says that angle KPL and angle JPL are a linear pair. So we are going to, again, add them to equal 180 degrees to solve for x, and then we are going to plug back in to find the two angles. So we are going to write 2x plus 24 plus 4x plus 6, 36 equals 180. Same concept as the last problem, combine like terms, we get 6x plus 60 equals 180. Subtracting 60, we get 6x equals 120, and dividing by 6, we get x equals 20. Then when we plug back in for KPL, we're going to do 2 times 20 plus 24. So that's going to give us 64 degrees. And then again, since they form a linear pair, that means if we add JPL, we have to get to 180. So we can do 180 minus 64, or again, we can just plug in for the measure of angle JPL. We can do 4 times 20 plus 36, which gives us 116 degrees. And then our last example here, it says that AC bisects angle DAB. So if the measure of angle DAC equals 58, what is the measure of angle DAB? So we really want to draw a picture here. So it says that we have angle DAB. So we're first going to draw a big angle, angle DAB. Remember, the one in the middle is our vertex of the angle. Then it says that AC bisects DAB. So that means we've got a point C here in the interior, and the ray AC is going to cut right through it. Bisect, remember, means cut in half. So that means that those two angles there are going to be congruent. And then we're going to label the picture. So we've got DAC. So that is this angle right here. That equals 58. And we are trying to find DAB. So again, these two angles are congruent, angle DAC and angle CAB. So if they're congruent, they have the same angle measure. So CAB is also 58, and so then we're going to have 58 plus 58 to give us 116 degrees as our final answer.